Your brain lies to you right now while you're reading this. This isn't an exaggeration, it's a proven fact. There are things you think you see and they don't exist. There are memories you'd swear happened exactly like that and they didn't. There are decisions you think you made, but it wasn't really you. It was some part of your head that never even asked. Your brain doesn't show you reality. It shows you a copy, edited, summarized, and in several places straight up false. The worst part is it does this so well you never notice. Today we're going to look at 4 of these lies, 4 ways your mind tricks you every single day. By the end, you'll look at your own head differently. Let's start with something physical. Simple. Each one of your eyes has a blind spot. A real one. It's where the optic nerve exits the eye. There are no light detecting cells there. There's literally a hole in your field of vision. But you never see it, never. And it's not because your brain paints it black. It's worse than that. Your brain invents what should be there. It grabs clues from your surroundings. If you're looking at a plain wall, it fills in wall. If you're looking at a pattern, it extends the pattern. It's a tiny visual fraud, happening constantly. Your conscious mind never catches it, because your brain doesn't warn you when it's making things up. It just hands you the final result, as if it were a plain fact. And this is just the warm-up. Back in the 90s, 2 psychologists ran an experiment. It's a classic today. They showed people a short video, a group of people passing a basketball around. The instruction was simple: count the passes. Halfway through the video, something strange happened. A person in a gorilla suit walked in, crossed the entire scene, beat their chest, and walked off. 9 seconds on screen, nothing subtle about it. Almost half the people missed it. Completely. They were so focused on counting passes, an entire gorilla vanished right in front of them. When asked if they'd noticed anything odd, they said no. Confidently, this has a name: inattentional blindness. Your brain can't process everything hitting your eyes, so it decides, without asking you, what matters and what gets tossed. The problem is sometimes it tosses out an entire gorilla. You can be staring straight at something with healthy, open eyes and still not see it. Now here's the uncomfortable part. You probably think your memory works like a camera, that it records what happened and keeps it intact forever. It doesn't. It works more like a document, one that rewrites itself every time you open it. A researcher spent years proving this with a simple method. She'd show people a video of a car accident, then ask questions, but she'd change one single word. One group was asked how fast the cars were going when they hit each other. Another group when they smashed into each other. Just one different word. The people who heard smashed estimated higher speeds. But something worse happened. A week later, many of them swore they'd seen broken glass. In the video, there was no broken glass. In any version of the video, every time you remember something, your brain doesn't play back the original file, it rebuilds it. And in that rebuilding, new things slip in, details that weren't there, present-day emotions, things you heard afterward. That means something big. Your sharpest memories, the ones you'd swear to with total confidence, could be partly invented. And you have no way of knowing which ones. Last lie. And it's the strangest one of all. In one experiment, researchers showed people 2 photos of faces. They asked which one looked more attractive. Using a bit of sleight of hand, they sometimes handed back the opposite photo, the one the person hadn't picked, passing it off as their original choice. Most people didn't notice the switch, and when asked to explain why they'd picked that face, they came up with reasons, smoothly, that they liked the eyes, the smile, something about the expression. They were justifying a decision they'd never actually made. This is called choice blindness, and it points to something deeper. A lot of the reasons you give for your decisions aren't the real cause. They're stories. Your brain builds them afterward. So everything feels like it makes sense. You act first, then you invent the reason, and it feels like it happened in that order, even though it didn't. So what do we do with all this? It sounds unsettling, I know. A blind spot that fills itself in, a gorilla that can vanish in front of your eyes, memories that rewrite themselves, decisions with fake reasons attached. But there's something almost comforting once you understand it. Your brain doesn't lie to you out of malice. It lies because processing the entire world in real time with perfect accuracy would be impossible. So it takes shortcuts, it fills in gaps, it summarizes, and most of the time that system keeps you alive without you ever noticing. The problem shows up somewhere else, when you mistake that edited copy for the absolute truth. When you argue with someone, dead certain that's exactly how it happened. No room for doubt. When you're convinced you saw something, that your mind in reality just filled in. Next time you're completely certain about a memory, or something you saw with your own eyes, Take a pause, not to stop trusting yourself, but to remember something important. The most brilliant mind you know is your own, and it's also the best at telling convincing lies. And the first person it tells them to is you. See you in the next video.